Hello friends, and welcome into a very special edition of the show. Today is about a whole lot more than a golf destination. It's about patriotism, love of country, a whole lot of fun, and a very important fundraiser to do something special for those who have done something very special for all of us. Stick around.
Welcome to Michigan Golf Live Television, shining the spotlight on the best places to play, stay, and celebrate the greatest game on earth. Stay connected to Michigan Golf Live 24/7 on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and our YouTube channel. And subscribe for free to our weekly FORE Golfers Network podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and everywhere podcasts are found. Here's your host for MGL TV, Bill Hobson.
Hello friends, and welcome into the program. Bill Hobson here, and I sure am glad to have you with us for a program that's quite a bit different than anything we've done before. Today's not so much about a destination as it is an event and a cause. We've come to the Metro Detroit area to a beautiful 27-hole facility known as the Links of Novi, where a company known around the world, Garmin, some of you may be wearing their GPS watches. They reach into so many different sectors, and they have partnered with a number of their vendors to raise funds for a handful of really important veterans' causes. We're going to tell you those stories here in the moments ahead, and they are powerful stories indeed. We're going to have some fun in a fast-paced show that's a little bit about golf and a whole lot about our heroes that serve this great nation. Now, the other thing that we're going to accomplish today is I'm finally going to resolve my lifelong quest for more distance off the tee. I was thinking swing harder, train a little bit more, cut back on the dessert, but instead, I think we found the answer here in the form of air power. This is about 340 yards. What do you got, Captain?
I think just a pinch left and right there and fire.
Here we go. Oh, that looks nice. A little bit on the left edge of the green. Kick down off that hill, and we might have an eagle putt coming up. Let's get on with the show while I go make this eagle, and we're glad you're with us today at the Links of Novi for this Garmin Golf Charity Invitational. Right at the very outset of the program, you need to know this. A golf event this big needs a leader, and this is that leader. Rob Guzanek from Garmin runs this thing for a decade now. How do you explain what's happening here today?
It's organized chaos on a golf course. We have all of our suppliers coming in from around the world, and a lot of them don't have access to golf. So we bring them out here, they rent clubs, we borrow clubs. Half the clubs these guys are using are clubs from guys from my golf league. And we're getting them out here, they're experiencing what it's like to golf, what it's like to team build with people they don't know, because we make their own foursomes. They don't know who they're playing with. They're coming out here because, number one, they want to celebrate business accomplishments for this past year, and they want to support our servicemen and women. And there's an A-10 Warthog right there. A-10 Warthog flying right over us.
Just as we planned it.
And they want to support the servicemen and women who are serving overseas by supporting their families that are home, that need, financial assistance while they're overseas.
Well, in the moments ahead, we'll hear from a couple of generals. We're going to visit with all sorts of representatives from those key charitable causes. This combination of innovation, patriotism, and generosity is so powerful.
And don't forget the most important thing. We endorse cheating at this event.
You do?
So we have our cheating packages that they purchase ahead of time.
Yeah.
We like to call them performance enhancement packages.
Same thing.
But it allows them to come out and play like they're a PGA professional, and they love that.
I know it's a fun day. I know it's a tiring day for you and your team. But in the end, there's a lot of people helped by what happens here.
There's a lot of our servicemen and women that see this support. And it's, not just folks here at bases in Michigan, but it's also if there is a family emergency and a serviceman or a woman needs to come back to the country, the money we raise helps those organizations fly those servicemen back in a timely manner to be with their family.
You see the name Garmin plastered all over this event because it's their event, the Automotive OEM Group, and this is This is Matt Munn. This event is so important for our heroes, for their families, and I know it's important for Garmin as well. Why do it?
Well, we like to give back to those who've given to us. So obviously the military part is a very important part of this event, but we also then, together with our technology partners, to build those relationships in our own business as well.
What do you want people to know about Garmin as a company? We think of it in the golf world, of course, as the distance measuring devices.
Right.
It's so much more than that.
Yeah, I mean, I think everybody has their own kind of impression of Garmin. If you're a pilot, you know aviation part of Garmin. If you're a marine guy, you know Garmin as a boater. So everybody kind of has their own view, but we really touch almost on every single aspect of people's life outside of work, right? So any kind of activity that you do, we provide a product for that.
Now, I would say that during a golf event, there's no excuse for having the wrong distance to the hole, right? You've got to have that nailed down.
All four of us have Garmin watches on.
What are you proudest of when you think back on a day like this and what it does for the families of our heroes?
Well, I think, from we started this 10 years ago, we probably raised $20,000, $30,000, and I think the last year was about 100,000. So it's really picked up. It's an event a lot of our partners want to come to. It's about having fun. It's about giving. It's really more about that, the charity, than it is about golf.
When we start telling the story of this special day and this special outing, we might as well start with the rank that goes all the way up to the top. So General Matthew Brancato from Selfridge Air National Guard Base, what is this day like for you to see all these patriots coming together?
It's fantastic. Overall, the community support has been fantastic from the state of Michigan. I felt it as soon as I showed up here in Michigan, and the technology support as well. So what I've seen from being in Michigan so far is that we are trying to be as innovative as possible. We have a very unique training environment here in Michigan, and so partnering with technological companies has really helped us a ton.
As somebody who's actively engaged in working with our heroes, what does that mean to you?
Well, it's certainly something that I'm passionate about as well. Those families that have made the ultimate sacrifice for our country is something we always want to serve and support in any way that we can. And in coming out and golfing is really just a way to connect with other people that have a similar passion for it, and also a way to give back to those families in a way of raising funds for them.
It's really good to give to charity and really good to give back to everything that we're doing here today. I mean, I'm not much of a golfer, but I'm happy to be out here, I would say, and just, contributing.
Would you prefer that your day job be highlighted or your golf performance be highlighted?
Definitely not my golf performance, so day job is what I'll stick to.
Isn't it fun to be able to come out here, have some laughs, have some smiles, and know that you're doing good?
Absolutely. I mean, I just met these guys today, but they're a fantastic group, and we've all been having a good time. So definitely trying to shell as much money as we can because, there's no better cause.
You talk about a magnificent beer. Laszlo, this is legit. We want to take some time to introduce you to the various causes being supported by this Garmin Charity Golf Invitational, and Blue Star Service Dogs is one of them. And Laszlo, you've been a recipient. Winston here is your buddy. Take us through a little bit of the story that led to this.
Well, first off, we'll go in the beginning. It was probably a couple of years ago. I had my first service dog. I was an Emperor, and I had him from a different program. And I got to know them, and they who knew I was, and I lost Emperor to cancer. And they approached me, and they said, hey, let's help you out. We know you needed a dog. And they knew how much it meant to me, and I was in a real bad place after that. And they found Emperor for me up at the prison, and they started bringing me up there and working through it. And it'll be a year, and September 28th, I think, is when we first introduced me to him. And it's been great. It's like I said, it's a life changer. Anybody who does any of this don't realize it's not just supporting a program, they're saving a life every day. That's what I don't think anybody really grasped it. I didn't grasp it at first either, because I'd get up in the morning and there was a challenge between put the gun in my mouth or get out of bed. And that's what I went for 2 years. And when I got my dog, and every morning I get up and I gotta take him out, I gotta feed him. Something relies on me now. And now I have purpose again that I thought I lost all my purpose. And I'm not the only one. There's millions of us out there. There was a shot between day and day if I'd still be here.
Okay, so let me tell you something. If you ever get to the point where you think you've been thrown away, you need to know that everybody watching this show right now is remembering Laszlo and Winston. We're thankful for your service, and there ain't nobody throwing you away.
Yep,
we care about you.
Thank you.
We do. Thank you for your service. And if you've ever wondered whether events like this actually matter, whether an organization like Blue Star Service Dogs matters, just call Laszlo. He'll tell you the story. He just did. Saved his life. Thanks, brother.
Thank you.
We've got lots more still to come from here at the Links of Novi as part of the Garmin Charity Golf Invitational. They're having all sorts of fun out on the golf course, including here on the 9th tee, where depending on how well this chip is hit to the Velcro wall, it determines where your team is going to tee off. Now, if you happen to miss the big target, that's not so good, so you'll be teeing off from back here. You get it into the outer ring, you go up to the 100-yard mark, inner ring 75-yard mark, bullseye, you're teeing off from 50 yards out. And these men have placed their trust in yours truly to determine where the team's going to play from. So I've never felt more pressure on a shot than I do right now. Good news, fellas. You're playing it from the tips. Well, I've lost some friends. We'll see if we can fix that situation when we come back with more from the Links of Novi and the Garmin Charity Golf Invitational. I gotta buy a mulligan. We gotta have one more crack at this. Oh, we go right to the bullseye. Let's go. Yes. Let's go.
You like that one, mulligan is good.
Much better. Welcome back into the show as we introduce you to a very special event put on by Garmin. It's the Garmin Charity Golf Invitational. It takes place at the Links of Novi, which is in the broad Metro Detroit region. Ken Johnston is the general manager here. It's good to see you.
You too. How are you?
What a venue for a very cool event. We can't tell the story of the event without telling the story of the place. So what's Links of Novi like?
Well, Lynx of Novi has been here for about 35 years now. It was originally built by 3 individuals, one of them being Gary Whitener, who was a PGA professional in the city of Livonia for about 40 years. The golf course is a 27-hole Jerry Matthews golf course. We consider ourselves premium public. Conditions are excellent. We spend a great deal of money on maintenance on the golf course. Singh Development took the golf course over in 2012, and that's when I came in. We redid all the bunkers, built new tee boxes, addressed some fairway issues, spent a lot of money on equipment. We have a brand new cart fleet in this year, which is our 3rd fleet in 12 years. It's just our goal here is to make people leave with, wow, that was a great time.
You have the chance to host a special event like this. And I know that outings are a regular part of what you do here, but what's it like for you to know that this has such a direct impact on some really worthwhile veteran causes?
Oh, it's outstanding. I mean, Rob, who runs the event, comes in and we sit down. He's extremely detail orientated. There's a lot of moving parts, but it all comes together. The turnout is incredible. I mean, they have people coming across the country. We get clubs shipped in through shipsticks. I mean, all week long, the amount of people who send their stuff in, and then people come in and have a great time, and the amount of money they raise is astronomical. They do a phenomenal job.
One of my favorite parts about this special day, as we're raising funds for the families of heroes, is being able to visit with those who are serving our nation currently, and General Paul Rogers is certainly among them. Thanks for being a part of this and for what you do for our country.
Thank you, sir.
What's special about this day for you?
Well, this is all about partnership. It's partnership with industry. The National Guard is a community-based organization, so our members are part of the communities that they work and live in, but then they also serve their nation and their state in. So this is such a valuable opportunity to get out with industries who support us, who use their charitable activities to support the families of service members, families of our fallen. And it's just such a great day to celebrate that kind of partnership.
We bring together a lot of patriots at an event like this. People who just love the colors red, white, and blue. They love the freedoms that we enjoy in this nation to do silly things like play golf. You know, we love the game too. But when we have the chance to make an impact for those families, it just means a little bit more, doesn't it?
It does. It really does. And quite often we talk about the sacrifice of our service members, but those families are sacrificing every day. This year, the Michigan National Guard has more than 1,500 service members serving in the Middle East. We just had infantry battalion return from eastern Syria. So over the last year, when you're hearing about the drone attacks, that was a Michigan National Guard infantry battalion at the forefront of that fight against terrorism. So it's just a great opportunity to bring the business community, the citizens of Michigan together with our Michigan National Guard service members and celebrate, have a little fun, but then raise monies to support the families.
The Garmin Charity Golf Invitational, of course, has Garmin representatives all over the place here, including those who have come in from Kansas City. So welcome to Pure Michigan, Craig Pooter.
Thank you.
What's this day like for you?
It's really special. This is our 10th year doing it. It started out really small, very humbly. The ability to interact with both our supply base, but also give back to local charities, it's become very meaningful for us, something we really look forward to.
So many different connecting points to some key military family-oriented causes.
Yep.
Makes this even more special, doesn't it?
It really does. For me personally, my dad was in the service, so grew up an Air Force brat, so it holds a very special place in my heart. A lot of my family, a lot of the folks here have similar stories, so we really look forward to it.
In case you're wondering, this is the 10th anniversary of this Garmin Charity Golf Invitational, and one of the really worthy causes that's benefiting from today is the Michigan Operation Freedom Outdoors. Tom Jones, President and CEO, dating back to when the towers went down, you signed up.
Yeah, that's when I decided to quit working all them jobs out of high school and join the Army. I was willing and able, and saw it as a challenge to go out and serve my country.
How does Operation Freedom Outdoors play into that search for that peace?
So we've built a community off of camaraderie and coffee. You know, it's I build accessible blinds, and I gift them to the state of Michigan DNR with the agreement that they offer them. There's early disabled hunts for disabled veterans and civilians alike, everyone we fought with and fought for. And it's grown. We started with pop-up blinds, and the blind up front there that's going to Fort Custer is their 4th, and it makes their 24th blind that I've gifted to the state of Michigan.
And so that's part of the outpouring of generosity from this event.
Exactly.
To help fund more blinds?
Yeah, this everyone at Garmin has been, you know, they called me in 2017 and said, hey, we Googled you. You know, we like what you're doing. I was like, damn, you know, I would just run to the woods. I'm not great. I was an artilleryman, so, you know, people that thought their days were done in the woods, and we put them in a tracked wheelchair and a blind they can navigate out to on their own, and it ignites something with them.
So for everybody looking for an effective, impactful veterans cause to help support, Michigan Operation Freedom Outdoors is making that difference in such a creative way. Well done, man. Thanks, Tom.
Yeah.
It was great to meet you.
Thank
Thanks for
you.
doing that work, and thanks for your service.
Yeah, thanks for coming out.
What's special about this day for you?
Oh gosh, the charities and the dedication the Garmin team puts into organizing the event with their partners and suppliers. It's just really a special, momentous day that we all look forward to every year. It gets better and better.
To know that whatever happens on the golf course score-wise doesn't matter because it's for a bigger cause, I'm guessing that makes you feel pretty good.
It does, and seeing and interacting with the different charities on the holes is really meaningful in terms of the impact that we all make today together.
We've got to take another break here at the Links of Novi as we showcase for you the Garmin Charity Golf Invitational. And there's still more story to tell, including how on earth there could be an unattended Good Humor ice cream truck. Huh. A fitness-minded golfer like myself would never take advantage of such a situation. Well, lo and behold, there's a original ice cream bar, and it does have my name on it. No better way to cool down on a nice warm summer day than with some good humor. We'll be back with more from the Links of Novi straight ahead. Welcome back into a very special edition of our show as we bring you inside the Garmin Charity Golf Invitational at the Links of Novi. We have just a few moments left to introduce you to some more of the special stories and causes that are related to today's event. After all, it's about a whole lot more than just birdies and bogeys. This event has a direct impact on helping change and sometimes save lives. We've had the chance to meet some representatives from Garmin throughout the program today during this Charity Golf Invitational. Clint Steiner's got quite a territory to cover. He's the director of global sales. How do you cover all that land?
Takes a lot of flights on Delta and a really good team. Yeah, we got a great team globally that supports us across the globe and about everything we do.
You come here to Michigan for this very special event. What's it like for you here to know that Garmin and your partners are doing some really good things?
Yeah, it's our 10th year out here, and we got a great supplier network that supports this event, which helps us be able to run it. And we've supported these charities, I think, for the 4th year in a row, all veteran-owned charities in the Selfridge Air Force space. It's fantastic to give back a little bit and then have them out here to represent and play along with us.
Isn't it cool when you think about the world of technology and innovation that Garmin really stands for in all these different sectors, and seeing them come together and make a difference for the charities that help those who serve this nation?
Yeah, it's a unique company. You know, we make a lot of different products. Our business is automotive OEM, but then we extend that out here to the golf course, to hunting, to fishing. And some of the charities that we represent, it's about getting people back into the field, giving them a chance to get back on their feet, taking them out to the field. So that's what these charities are about, you know, service dogs and wheelchairs that can go completely mobile to take somebody out to a hunting blind and allow them to be back in the field, and that's what it's about. That's why we're here.
You've heard quite a bit of conversation today about how Garmin is coming together with their partners to help raise funds for some key military causes. One of those partners is here. No, I mean, it's here. It's literally here. Bill Shoemaker is here, representing here, which reminds me of the old Who's on First routine. So explain to us here.
Yes, absolutely. I work for a company called Peer Technologies. We have been a partner of Garmin's for almost 25 years. We are a location intelligence and technology platform company. It means we make incredibly detailed and great maps for all sorts of use cases. With Garmin, we partner in many areas of their wearables and also in automotive, in vehicle. And not only have we been partners, but we've been with them at this event since its inception 10 years ago. And it really aligns. We're thrilled to be a part of it. It's a great event, and it gives back to a number of truly fantastic charities that help with our veterans. And this is an area that is same values for Here Technologies as Garmin, to help our veterans, whether that's at events like this or whether it's in our own internal company where we're helping and hiring veterans into the company, or programs that help them be successful in their careers and grow their careers.
Every once in a while, one of the vendors connected to Garmin is also a veteran, and I believe that's the case with Tony Lambert.
Sure is.
So what does this day mean to you in both capacities?
Yeah, both capacities. So one as a supplier to Garmin, extremely important day, not because we're a supplier to Garmin, but it's because what Garmin does for the work they do for these charities. And they're near and dear to my heart because as a veteran, they work extremely close with them, and giving back is huge. You've probably seen the support dogs. Those are huge for me. I've got a lot of friends that have suffered from PTSD, several things that saved their lives, honestly. So it is extremely important to me, and an event that I will not ever miss, and we will always support wholeheartedly. Because of what they do. So yeah, it's just special.
What a day we have had here at the Links of Novi. Special thanks to Garmin for inviting us to be part of it, because we have seen on display patriotism and generosity that is directly helping some key veteran causes. Now, my encouragement to you not only is to come and play at the Links of Novi, but is to do something special for those causes. Now, you might remember back at the beginning of the show, I was on my quest for extra distance off the tee, and I sought that quest solution through artificial means, firing the golf ball cannon. I think we can do better. I think the real solution to all of this is more dessert, a little less working out, and instead, just call on the services of the 2021 Military Long Drive Champion. It's so much easier. This is John Happy Gilmore. He's gonna hit my tee shot here. John, let her rip. Oh, yep, That'll do, my man. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Thank you all for watching. Do your part now to help our veteran causes. We'll see you next time.
That's right.